Hello, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to a huge episode, and I mean huge, of Darth Tuba's Star Wars unboxing show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. This is a standing episode, folks, because if I sit, yeah, this is how tall this box is. It's taking up nearly my entire studio area. This is my latest auction for March of 2025. My auction wins from Heritage Auctions. I've been really enjoying the different items that they seem to be acquiring and consigning out for auction. So let's get right to it. There were quite a few that I bid on this week, but this month I should say. But I only was able to acquire one, which is totally fine because it was, they do run a little high, and we'll say this about Heritage Auctions. Got to be very, very careful. Make sure you double check the buyer premiums. Buyer premiums, you might think you're bidding, say, $50 on something, but then the buyer premium might say something like $75, which means you're bidding $50 plus $75. Okay, whatever the amount you're bidding, add $75 to it, which is fine. I mean, I get that. It's basically how the buyer, or I should say the person who's the owner of the items, when they put it out to an auction house like Heritage, instead of getting a percentage, they get whatever plus whatever the premium is. I guess whatever the buyer wants. I'm not sure if the buyer gets the premium plus a percentage. I'm not 100% sure how that works. But generally speaking, most of the reasons, in full disclosure, a lot of what I purchase on Heritage are things that I plan to resell, or rather I usually purchase lots. And some of the items in the lots I keep for my collection, and some of the items in the lots I will put out for resale at a later date. So let's get right to it. Heritage is also notorious for very, very, very substantially detailed and crazy packing. So, as you can see, so I'm going to try to sift through my packing peanuts here to try not to knock anything over, and I'll see if I can first take the items out of the box, then I'll reset and kind of unpack each one. Okay, we got one item here that's being, wow, this is, maybe I'll go with a different one. Oh my goodness. Oh, I see the problem. I see part of the problem. Part of the problem is that they kind of kept everything kind of tied together, which is a little bit crazy if you ask me, because where is this stuff going to go when you have it all packing peanutted up like this? Okay, this is one item. Okay. Funny, like they have an invoice in here, but it only says one thing, but there's clearly more than one thing in here. All right. Digging through. Trying not to knock over all the packing peanuts. I've already lost two here. I think part of this is that there's this like wrapping that's in front of it. Let me see if I can get. I don't want to. I got to be careful too, because this stuff is not. This is pretty much all vintage era stuff, 70s and 80s. It's so funny. We use the term vintage. Vintage is not. It doesn't define only just one thing anymore. When you think of vintage, you think vintage collection. All right, getting better here. There we go. Okay, loosening things up a bit. Man, this is like crazy. But I do appreciate the attention to detail. I think there are 5 items. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, five. Is that it, or is there a sixth? Oh, nope, nope. There's more. There's more. Okay. Riveting television, I know. Whew. Sometimes it's just fun to... Some people like the unboxing part. I've had people comment, well, we like seeing you unbox it. I said, okay. I'll give you that. Okay. Phew! Man, oh man. All right, I think that might be it. But let me just sift through the box here. It's a great box. Definitely gonna use this box for some stuff too. All right. Whew. Time to move this box over. Okay. Whew. Only lost one packing peanut. All right. Let us reposition ourselves here. Okay. So as I said, this is primarily now my gonna go down a little bit here. Okay. This is primarily vintage, but I do believe this is one item that is not vintage, or should I say not 70s and 80s vintage. Some might argue that it is indeed late 80s, but when you see me take this out, you'll understand when I say no, it's not really that. In fact, it was kind of odd. This is one of those things that, you know, when you purchase a lot, very rarely are you interested in every single item in that lot. But oftentimes it's too good of an idea to pass up just for one thing. This is Star Wars Trivial Pursuit Classic Edition. Looks like it might be sealed. This packaging is just for the purposes of mailing it out. Ooh, but I think I want to use this bag for something later. Yep, it's absolutely sealed in the box. In fact, it has a KB $39.99 price tag, then a half price, or actually more than half price, $14.99. I used to love KB Toy Hobby. Had some great sales. Unbelievably good sales. So this was probably from the 90s? No, I think it'd probably be more like from the 2000s. I can't really see it from here. My eyesight's not good. It doesn't give a year, or at least I can't see the year. But join the Star Wars fan club. So clearly this is definitely more akin to the later days. Oh, there's a sneak preview. Oh, okay. Gives you probably 1998, 1999 bonus 10 card collector's pack of episode 1 Q&A. So I'm going to check to see if I have this. I don't know if I have the classic edition, but if I don't have it, I'll put it in my game collection. If I do have it, goes out to the sale, brand new, unopened. All right, that I believe is the only, non really vintage, like 70s and 80s. Now we get into something here, which these are. I've got to say, I've started getting into trying to find these, because generally speaking, they're not too expensive when it comes to trying to find vintage things. They're not uber expensive, which makes it a little easier on the wallet. That is the board games. This is the Wicket the Ewok and Friends in a food gathering adventure game. Originally sold at Target for $5.99. So yeah, all right. Gotta love board games were such an interesting thing. They're pretty much all the same, right? You know, you have a specific type of thing that you're aiming for, you're trying to do. I want to try to save this. I don't know if this is new or not. So I want to open it up and just see. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that these games a lot of this stuff might be all mint. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I don't want to say anything until, I mean, certainly that Trivial Pursuit game was mint, but that's not saying much because that was a little bit, I mean, even though, guys, this packing tape, I don't know how good that is. I'm just trying to, I want to save this bag because I'm definitely going to use this for stuff. I know, and again, yard sale, we're talking about still another, yeah, wow, check it out. Brand new in the board from Star Wars Return of the Jedi. So approximately 1983. There it is. Pretty cool. Now, as far as the game pieces themselves, there's not much to it. You can see in the back here, there's just a board with some little cardstock pieces, maybe a spinner. I don't know if it's a spinner or if there's dice. Four mover stands, 5 transportation cards, 25 food chips, 5 each of berries, nuts, pears, mushrooms, and wild honey. So I don't even know if you need any kind of dice or spinner. So there you go, but brand new. Not sure if this one's going to go on the sale or stay in my collection for a bit. We'll see. But as you can see, that was another one that was unopened. So that's a pretty cool thing. Not always easy to find those, you know. I mean, some people are smart enough to you know, collect stuff and just keep it all mint on card. All right, now this is one, if you're a watcher of the channel, you may have recognized this from a previous auction that I did, and I was able to purchase this. This is a different one, but I'm also curious about it. I'm going to check. I think I'll do a little comparison. I actually do have this already, but this is a unique one because it's just a different shape to the game. Oh, I'm loving these bags. That's great. Yep, brand new in the box, sealed. Parker Brothers, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, Battle at Sarlacc Pits, the Sarlacc's Pit game. You can see this one's a little bit more three-dimensional. It's got a cool little shape-up thing you do with the characters. Oh, it looks like it even has like almost, yeah, it does. It has actual figures, little figurines that are moving pieces. So that's pretty cool. Always love the box art. I believe this might be some Ralph McQuarrie art, if I'm not mistaken. So that is awesome. As I said, I might actually keep this game for a while and put my other one out. Because this one's in mint, like brand new, untouched condition. I looked through these things and I appreciated the complexities of all the different auctions. But they send you a couple of little pictures. They give you a very basic description. Sometimes you don't always see exactly what you're getting. So buyer beware. But this one had a Sax-on price tag of $8.93 that came off the thing. So I'll keep that with that. All right. Since we're on the game, we have, okay, so two more here. Really interesting. Okay, this one I gotta be a little more careful of. This is definitely one that's staying in the collection for the simple reason that I've never had it. I might even try to play. I'd say I try to play it, but if this is like the others, if this is mint in the package, sometimes they say mint and they don't mean mint. Maybe oops, sorry, I bumped with my microphone. If they say mint, fine, but this one is less common of the games that came out. In fact, boom. Yeah, this one. Yep. Let me take it. Oh, you know what? I think for this one, I think I'm going to leave the packaging for now. just because it does have this is mint, close to mint, near mint. There's a slight package. It looks like the package. This says that. Well, you know what? Let me take the plastic off. If I need to, I can always reposition it. I just want to make sure. This is part of the reason for the channel is to document what I have here, and that's important. So this bag will definitely come in handy. Yep, it's mostly mint. Wow, I mean, just unopened. Holy bejesus! Look at that. This is the Destroy Death Star game. It is, again, another board game, but it is not the same type. The Escape to the Death Star game was the board game that came out, the more common one. This one is a little bit more rare. It's got a little bit more, obviously it's got a square backdrop. It's got some really cool squadron bases, each with X-Wing fighters. Object: be the first player to destroy the Death Star by landing on the Death Star exhaust port. You got a little spinner, kind of work your way through it. So really, really cool. It's one I've always wanted to have in the collection. This is like from probably 77. Another thing that's cool about board games, guys, I mean, again, all the board games I've shown you so far have been from later years. But when it comes to the original Star Wars merchandising that came out, anything that came out in 1977 is much more sought after and rare. Well, it says 78. Okay, so it is 78. But I think the other board game that came out was 77. And I think the reason for that is because they didn't have figures ready. So they did whatever they could. And they could do printed material stuff. They're two-dimensional printing, paint by numbers, puzzles, that like transfers, iron-on transfers, simple board games, that's fine. This one required a little bit more work. So that's why it took a little bit of time. So it's a little more of a deluxe game. So there you go. All right. And then are we sticking to the all mint condition stuff? I mean, oh my goodness, if we are, I am uber excited right now. All right. I don't want to say what I pay. I never like to talk about what I pay for stuff because, again, there's the premiums, there's shipping and handling. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, it's definitely 6 items. This one kind of is the picture of the ones that are listed. Okay. Not mint. It looks like the box has had some wear, but check this out. This is the Electronic Battle Command game, a game of hyperspace dogfights. Now, kiddies, let's talk a little bit about 1977 and 1978 electronics. This is copyright 1977. This is uber harder to find, okay? There are some harder ones, but this is not an easy one, okay? I'm going to just kind of play around. This one, I don't need this bag, so I just want to I'm always afraid of getting things that have, like, first of all, we got the box. I love the box. Now, I might actually have another. I know I have one of these, all right? I remember picking it up at an antique store in the 90s. But this is like uber, like just, we're talking like, this is like early stuff. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we're talking, video games that were nothing more than LED lights, and that you would do little things, and they were just dots that went up and down and up and down. And I think this has the battery pack, okay? I think this included, it looks like it has it doesn't have the thing, but, it has the instructions too. Oh, this is awesome. So it actually like walks you through how to play the game. So I don't know if it's working. I am not going to put that on here in the show, whether it's working or not, because frankly, I don't really think it matters. All right, this is purely just something that, you know, is, make sure I have it fit the right way. This is just purely something that is just a slice of 1970s heaven. I am so glad that I was able to get a really good version of this. I have another one. I will test them both, and whichever one is in better shape I will keep. Whichever box is in better shape I will keep. But I do believe that as of the time that I tested my own, that was working. So hopefully this one is working. It didn't say it wasn't on the site. All right, and then almost last but not least, there is one more thing I'm gonna unbox today. So this is a little bit of a longer episode. I appreciate. You know what? No, second thought. This will be the last one because I want to spread out the unboxing love, and I want to. The other one's going to take a little bit of time, but it is another vintage, not Kenner Star Wars toy vintage, but vintage nonetheless. That was a Kenner toy, by the way, the one I just showed you, so that's cool. Now, this is something that I was really excited about. I do already have this too, but again, this is one that's boxed. The talking alarm clock. Folks, I can't even tell you how excited to have the box, though. That's what I'm talking about. Because the talking alarm clock, who kept the box? I mean, I didn't have it growing up. I had to find it again on the secondary market, and all I found was the toy itself. But this is the box. Oh my God! Look how cool! Look at that kid's face. I kind of feel like, is he happy to be there? Does he not realize that he's in a Star Wars commercial? He's playing with a Star Wars toy that at the time of his taking those photos, no one was doing that. All right, it looks like it's pretty good condition. I did find recently in an auction, I did purchase, like, there was like a regular clock, just a standard. Wow, it even comes with the instructions. Oh, there it is. What kind of batteries does this take? I'm looking and I'm not seeing it. Oh, here. Voice unit uses 1 C battery. C batteries, this day and age, are not batteries that I keep in the house on a regular basis. So, if I have a C battery, at the conclusion of the video, staying by to the end and see if I have one, I will show it to. I will play you if it's working. I'd be shocked if it wasn't, because it seems very much like this is something that is in working condition. It's in beautiful condition. Like I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. So, and again, the box, just gorgeous, unbelievable. That was amazing. You know, there. Now, I didn't. Like I said, this is the only one I got. There were several auction items I did not win. Okay, somebody was auctioning off. Well, let me just get it back. Somebody was auctioning off a bunch of banks, some from Return of the Jedi, like a bunch of banks. But there had to be like 15 banks of, you know, the plastic banks. Unfortunately, I'm make sure I get this box in the right way here. Unfortunately, I did not win that auction, but it also, I don't want to force this cardboard down, so I'll fix this in a second. Unfortunately, I didn't want to damage the box. I didn't want to damage, or sorry, and they were starting to get pretty high. Definitely, you know, seemed, because there was a lot of repacks, a lot of repeats. I had a feeling that someone was buying it to try to flip they get their money back through resale, and then keep a few of them for themselves, which is what I was trying to do, which is great. So kudos to whoever won that. There was also like I've been winning before, like a three set of 3 vintage figures, set of 2 vintage figures, 3, 4. I tried a few of those, no luck. So, but I'm okay. This is the real one I wanted, and I'm glad I got it. So that'll do it for this episode. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter. Like and subscribe, hit the notification, as I said. Not Twitter. Check me out on X. Excuse me. Thank you to Red 5 for always supporting the channel. Check out all the other Red 5 network items. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force and the toys and the games and the alarm clocks be with you. The talking alarm clocks be with you.